Staff of Noon. If he pumps the Hangerback Walker, I can Gilded Drake that, can't I? Oh, wire. Oh, there goes that plan. Alright, so no reason to cast the Curse Catcher. Let's go. Bayou, go. Have to steal it. Can he sack? He can sack in response. It's not a mana ability. It's a. Oh no, excuse me. It's when it dies. It's when it dies. Hangerback Walker in Vintage says Greeked. Greeted? Greeked? Slamming Curse Catcher does do nothing. I'm just going to keep it in hand for forces. I mean, we drew the Predator. Predator, if we steal the Hangerback Walker, he's going to waste one of my mana sources here, likely. We need to get the... Actually, I have an answer. Hold up, we're fine if we can just keep some lands on board. Metamorph, copying Hangerback, or Staff. No, you copy Staff here. You copy Staff because it's disgusting. Yep. So, land drop, can't play the Arbor. Now, we may have totally lost Romario when I got a 6 locked or something. I don't know. Maybe my key's sticky. I hope not. Like, something caused me to lose a turn, and I think it's going to cost us the game. But we are up a match. It's not like all is lost. Surprised he hasn't been efficiently putting mana into this Hangerback. Has he been using all his mana? Well, now he is going to. Lodestone, that's probably game. We did take him down last game though, right? Nearly got him game 1. Took him down game 2. Looks like we're gonna lose game 3. Okay, no reason to play either of those. Okay. I think he lost when he played turn 1 Forge. Maybe. I'll play it out though. No, Kappa. We run other things. Like, you run creature-based. You run, in Lumberjack, a lot of your answers are creature-based, like tech. Predator's only one of them. One of the reasons I'm not giving up, though, is some of these guys, they run creatures that are just so huge and ridiculous. Oh, we just got strip mined, though. There goes my blue source. Gonna need a fetch land. Maybe Mana Crypt. Oh, I don't think so, Romario. I doubt it. It's always funny when that happens in Vintage, but not with the board the way it looks. Okay, Ooze. I mean, we're just not getting a land drop, and it's going to get me killed. I guess the Giant Arbor saves me 1 point of damage from a Staff of Nin, so I'll play it now. Feels awful. He can race 100%. Right, we need literally 2 lands off the top, and I don't think even that saves us. So kind of questioning Hangerback. Got any idea why it's here or something? else. I don't know much about his list Greeked. We're dead to the sphere as well. He did play another lodestone. Maybe he's gonna name a fetch in my deck. That's what I would do. I would name one of the fetches that I run. Yeah, I don't know about the hangerback. That seems a little different. They run Porcelain Legionnaire. What are we gonna draw next? It's fine. I mean, we can still prize. I'm not worried about it. We need to win the next one. Or no, we've already technically prized. So I think that the vintage works the same as the I haven't done the new vintage structure yet, but I'm pretty sure it works the same way. We needed an Ingot Chewer. We needed Gorilla Shaman. We needed to get the Trigon on the board. Those are kind of your go-tos. So somebody earlier was asking why I went back to Curse Catcher, and it's not for the mirror match. Mirror match. We could go back to the familiars because I actually cut the one of Mentor Hate in the side. We had the one of Sulfur Elemental, so now it's okay for us to be running white creatures. What's causing this? Oh, it's this. That's what was keeping it open. I'm not worried about it. We won one game. Let's win another one, right? Do better than just getting player points, I think, if we 2-1. But yeah, we'll go ahead and make that transition. Somebody just pointed that out to me. You're right. I did cut the one of... because there's not as much mentor as you'd think. A lot of people are on Young Pyromancers, so I think that is a static caster is better. It's pitchable to force, misdirection. So I was going to try the Judge's Familiar, just because it's got flying. I guess the funny thing is in the Fish Mirror, the Curse Catchers would grow with your opponent's anthems. Some of their anthems are all fish. Some of them say you control, some of them don't. You lost the first game, says I never smile. What are you talking about? I won the first game. We won the first game. I never smile. We won the first game. I didn't lose. We're 1-1, dude. Right here. Shoot. We're 1-1. Or do you mean match? Or are we both getting confused here? That's probably also possible. So we're 1-1. Am I confusing you because I said game? It's possible. Why Judges? It does virtually the same thing as the Curse Catcher, but it has flying. And we're not... I always thought that they had different wording. They don't. If you compare them side by side, if you're not a fish deck, you might as well be on the Judges. If you want a blue creature that's gonna mess with their instants and sorceries. Yeah, I guess I confused you. Smile. Sorry, man. Are you in? Are you out? Right, so Gorilla Shaman would have been an answer for the hangerback tree. Tell the story. Please. So this is what we thought we were playing against, and it ended up being Shops. So this guy plays Shops too, Mr. Flash Hulk. So he plays Workshop, Esper Mentor, Jeskai Value, some Dredge. So this guy has a lot of different decks. He has 3 different decks, 4 different decks if you count Jeskai Value. just like so much money this guy has invested. Look at this. Now, obviously, there's going to be some of these decks are going to overlap, but the workshops really won't overlap too much with the Jeskai or Dredge. Like, he's got like almost like 3 individual archetypes. That's crazy. Dredge being the cheapest, quickly followed by the that Esperimento deck was a lot of tickets. Wow, it's just like mind-boggling. But imagine playing these decks in paper, right? Look at the difference. You know, playing online Vintage, you take up a whole, you know, digit. Take up a whole digit. Maybe all he plays is Vintage. It's possible, Romario. Flash Hulk is a big part of the Moto Vintage community, says AJ. No, I know what you meant. Yeah. He's like a solid guy. I mean, we didn't talk during the matches, but I didn't sense any, like when I beat him as Lumberjack, I didn't sense any salt. You know. 2 digits? Oh, that was 2 digits? Wow. 16K in paper. Yeah, who plays workshops in paper, right? Hopefully they haven't bought into it recently, I'm hoping. Or they're millionaires. Like, oh, what's the most expensive deck I could play in Vintage paper? I suppose, you know, you got the monocle. I suppose I'll play workshops. Yes, that seems good. Yes, show those poor peasants who play things like Young Pyromancer how it's done. It's $5,000, says Happy. $5,000. Man, if I had $5,000, I would not spend it necessarily on workshops. I would like do something else with it. Hands is like 2,000. It's like a fancy Bane. Workshops is 16K, babe. Fancy Bane. Oh, Bane's already fancy. We could win one more with this. We could. We could do it. We could do it. We just have to believe, man. We just have to believe. I wasn't playing Burning Reanimator Modern. I guess I never switched that to Legacy. Lumberjack! This is like, I don't even remember which version this is. It's still 1.0 we're calling it. This is 1.1. We did change some cards. We're 1-1. $4,000 solution. Bad matchups is Lumberjack. Decks that can efficiently answer the survival, like Abrupt Decay decks. Decks that can efficiently deal with my dudes, or decks that can lock us out before we even get started. Like, we won the shops match because I had 2 forces, and I was able to use both on the correct targets. I think if we even had 1 force, we could have won that. I mean, just countering the Cold Alpha, Forge Master would have won. But I can afford foil workshops. I'm fancy. McDonald's fancy ketchup. Fancy. Like a sip.